Well, hello. So today we have an exciting class about atoms. Atoms. What are atoms made out of? That should be in the tip of your tongue. What are atoms made out of? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. In fact, it should be said even faster. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Here we go. Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Easy as pie. Now, what is the nucleus? The nucleus is found at the center of the atom. The nucleus is found in the center of the atom. The nucleus found at the center of the atom, of the atom. The nucleus found at the center of the atom. The nucleus is found at the center of the atom. The nucleus found at the center of the atom. The nucleus is found at the center of the atom. At the center of the atom. Now, what does the nucleus have inside of it? We already know that atoms are made up of protons, neutrons, electrons. The nucleus is at the center of the atom. So the nucleus has things in it too? Yes, it has the protons and neutrons in it. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. 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 Goodness sakes. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Protons and nucleus, or protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. 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 What about the electrons? Electrons? Well, yes. You have the atom, you have the nucleus at the center of the atom, and then you have the protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Guess what the electrons are doing? The electrons are having fun orbiting around the nucleus. The electrons say, listen, we don't want to be part of that nucleus. Protons and neutrons, you have fun in there. We electrons are going to orbit around it, all right? We orbit around the nucleus. We're not going to be part of that protons and neutrons inside the nucleus. Here we go. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Electrons orbit around the nucleus. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Electrons orbit around the nucleus. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Electrons orbit around the nucleus. I hope that class really helps you out. It's not complicated. What are atoms made up of? Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Atoms, atoms. What are atoms? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Now the nucleus. The nucleus, the nucleus. Found at the center of the atom, of the atom. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Electrons, electrons orbit around the nucleus. Electrons, electrons orbit around the nucleus. So you sing it in your own style. I changed it to let you know that you can do the same. You vary it and change it as long as you know you have the right nutrients inside the nucleus, and as long as you have the right element orbiting around the nucleus, which is the electrons. As long as you have that right, you can sing it in your own way and style. I hope that it helps. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Electrons orbit around the nucleus. Electrons orbit around the nucleus. Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Electrons orbit around the nucleus. Okay, I hope you had fun and hope to see you next time.